Hello everyone, this is Devasri. Today I am going to talking about an important work of Romantic age called the Preface to Lyrical Ballads, especially the relation between H.T. Coleridge and the William Wordsworth. In 1795, they met each other and became friends and started to work on a great work called Lyrical Ballads. It got published in 1798. Was one of the most important work of the essay in Romantic age. Lyrical Ballads is a collaboration of Samuel Taylor Coleridge and William Wordsworth, or the one type of a manifesto towards the beginning of Romantic age. In 1798, the first volume of the poem Lyrical Ballads by Wordsworth, one of experiment to know the reaction of the public or the readers, because the writers surrounding him at that time, they simply wrote the poems or they simply wrote the works like what they feel through the five sentences of human. But at that time, Wordsworth tried to experiment through the common language, and he give more importance on the common language of the people. Finally, he got the success through these lyrical ballads. In lyrical ballads, there is totally 24 poems, 19 by Wordsworth and the 4 by Coleridge. Out of these 4 poems, the poem taken the first position in lyrical ballad, which is called "The Rime of the Ancient Mariner" by Coleridge, and the last poem of this collection is taken by Wordsworth, is called "The Tintern Abbey." Here he simply started talking about the liberalism in literature. The point first is language for the first time became the very natural, and the second point is that they totally against the instrument that used in poetry. Means there is no rhyme scheme, there is no patterns, there is no system, nothing else. They simply believed in the language that come through the heart of the poet. They believe in the truth or the internal feelings of a poet. After complete this work, there is such a great change called Romanticism. Wordsworth has been called as a sage. He is very simple in his prose and he is very simple through his work. In his work, The Solitary Reaper, what it tries to hint here that he passing and find a girl living and singing alone, and stated a line that I wait for the music, because he says that the language is very difficult. I'm not able to understand, but yes, I'm very sure about that the song is totally expressed a sad things of the past. He tries to express that the definitely it is very difficult, but the melodies, tune, and music shows the value of the poem that talking about the something pathetic of the past. Wordsworth always gives importance on the feelings more than thoughts. He tries to provide the feelings toward the action and the situation. In his work, Childless Father and the Four Seasons, we can see how he tries to provide the feelings towards the action and situations also. And the second thing is to be noticed that if we notice to Coleridge, who is completely mystifying, simply believing nature has lots of secrets, nature has lots of things to say, nature is mysterious always, and nature is greater than all of us. When Wordsworth's thought is influenced by the French Revolution, there the Coleridge was who inspired by the Germanic ideology. The preface first made its appearance in the second edition of Lyrical Ballads in 18th century. As a reaction to the neoclassical criticism, Wordsworth expounded his views on a poetry, its nature and functions, and the qualifications of a true poet in his preface to the Lyrical Ballads. Just a minute. Here, a question that influenced everyone's mind, that why Wordsworth wrote poetry, why not prose, rhyme, meter. These are the literary device by which we can control the powerful feelings. What is the powerful feelings actually is? Let's see. In his preface to the Lyrical Ballads, Wordsworth defines poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotions recollected in a tranquility. This definition of poetry suggests that the two Wordsworth poetry is of a feelings, mood, and temperament. Apart from this definition of poetry, Wordsworth makes two other statements which are equally important. That is, number one, poetry is the breath and final spirit of all knowledge. It is the impassioned expression which is in the countenance of all science. And the second point is, Poetry is the image of man and nature. As regards the language of poetic diction, he says that it must be the selection of the language really used by the people in a state of vivid sensation. Dear friends, this is about the basic idea on preface to the lyrical ballads. Apart from this talk, I have so many things to share with you on these important topics in my upcoming talks on preface to the lyrical ballads part 2. You can check the links in my description. Take care. God bless you. Thank you.